It's almost 2017. Like, that is crazy. Welcome back to That Cozy Book Nook, everyone. My name is Tori, and today I wanted to share with you guys some of my book-related reading goals for 2017. I have 6 goals, and I think I can actually stick to these. I always try to make New Year's resolutions that don't ever work out, but these are pretty manageable, so let's go ahead and get started. Number 6, I want to read more Toni Morrison books. I only own 3 books by her: The Bluest Eye, Sula, and Beloved, and I've only ever read The Bluest Eye and Sula. So I think it's about time. Like, Toni Morrison has just been on my shelf for years. She's been an amazing writer that I've wanted to get to for so long. So I really want to tackle most, if not all, of her work next year, starting with Paradise, and then Song of Solomon, Beloved, Tar Baby, God Bless the Child. So I really want to make an effort to get to those next year. Number 5, I want to explore bookstores around the city. Chicago has so many bookstores, guys, and unfortunately, I don't really venture outside of, too far just to like explore bookstores. I usually just venture far to eat. But yeah, I usually just like stick to the bookstores that are in my neighborhood. But there are just so many great ones to go out and explore. And so I want to make an effort to do that next year. And that seems pretty feasible. Just pick a Saturday and get some coffee or some hot chocolate or whatever and just start the day and peruse some new bookstores. So that seems pretty fun. Goal number 4. I want to finish series that I've already started. I'm not in the midst of reading too many series at the moment, just like a handful of them, but I started some of the first, second books in a series like years ago and just have never picked up the second book or the third book. So next year, I really want to change that, starting with The Book of Life, which is the 3rd book in the All Souls trilogy by Deborah Harkness. The first book is A Discovery of Witches, and the second book is Shadow of Night. I love these books so much. I'm like borderline obsessed with these books. I think like reading these books puts you in 2 categories. You either really love them or you really hate them. And I am in group A because I read the first book last summer, I think it was, like last June, and it just completely worked for me. It was so good. The second book I wasn't as crazy about. I think I gave it like 3 stars because it felt really draggy in a lot of places, but it was still nonetheless really good. And I don't know why I haven't read The Book of Life yet, but I'm going to get to it in January. This trilogy needs to be finished because it is so near and dear to me. I love this. It's so good. One complaint that I read a lot about with this series is the main character, Matthew. He's a vampire. His personality is maybe less than desirable to be reading about, especially like in the 21st century, but next, I need to finish The Black Lung Captain by Chris Wooding. This is the 2nd book in the Ketty J series. There are 4 books. These books are just, well, I've only read the first one, but Retribution Falls is so good. There's nothing stellar about the writing. It's so fun to read, and it's such an enjoyable experience and just so action-packed. And so I've been meaning to get to the 2nd book forever and just never did it. I think I read this book in like 2014, so we got to get this train rolling. And then lastly, I don't own the 2nd book in this. I think it's a duology. It might be a trilogy. I'm not sure, but that is Lair of Dreams by Libba Bray, and that is the 2nd book in the Diviners series, duology, whatever you want to call it. This was really good. I gave it a 3.5 stars out of 5. I read this either really early last year or really, really late 2014. I don't actually remember, but I just remember that I really enjoyed it. So I still need to get to the 2nd book, which I'm excited to do in 2017. So stay tuned for that. Number 3, I want to lower my Goodreads reading challenge for 2017. Right now, I think in the past couple of years, I've always had my goal set at 40. And when we start getting towards the end of the year, like around this time, and I'm sitting at like not comfortably, but sitting at 37 books out of 40, I start to get a little anxious and I feel pressure to read faster and just kind of cram all the books just to get them out the way, just to complete a goal, but not finding myself that I'm not like really enjoying the books that I'm reading towards the end of the year because I am crunching so hard to meet that end of the year goal, and I don't want to do that next year. So I think I just want to kind of lower the bar a little bit and just kind of take the pressure off. I mean, it's reading, so I shouldn't be stressed about it, but subconsciously when you set a goal like that, you're like, I have to meet it, I have to hit it. I mean, in reality, you don't lose anything, you don't win anything if you don't meet your challenge or if you surpass your challenge. It's all mental, and so I just want to completely take the load off so I'm not like going through this weird anxiety feeling around like Christmas time next year. So number 2, this is probably one of the most important things on my list that I am really excited for. I want to join some kind of literary or reading cause around the city. I've been looking into this and seeing where I can volunteer my time. And unfortunately, a lot of the places that I'm finding right now have volunteer opportunities on weeknights, and that doesn't really work that well with work schedule and life schedule in general. So I'm searching a bit more for opportunities on the weekends, and even going to my local library and maybe helping out with some of their initiatives there, because my local library is pretty active in the community and just providing a great space for young children and teenagers, and see what kind of programs they put on, and looking into that more, and just getting involved in the literary community and the literary scene in 2017. So I'm really excited for that, and just to try to help make a difference in any way I can related to reading. So that is really high up on my list, and I will keep you guys informed about how that is going throughout next year. And then lastly, this is really cliche, but I just want to have fun. I want to have a good reading year. I mean, we all love to read on here. We do it for several reasons, because it's relaxing, it's an escape, you learn so much. So I mean, I want to have a great experience and just completely immerse myself in the content that I'm reading next year. I did not have the best reading year in 2016. I'm hovering right now around 38, almost 39 books completed, and out of those, I've really only really enjoyed only about 7 or 8 of them, maybe 9. So that's pretty low for me. I've given a lot of 2 stars, 3 stars throughout the year, but next year I really just want to have a really good reading year and have fun and choose some great books that I've been meaning to read for a while, as well as some great new ones. So bring it on. I'm excited for 2017. That's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, as always. Please let me know down in the comment section. I really want to hear from you. What are your goals for next year? Or if you just want to take it easy and chill, that's fine too. Just see where the wind takes you next year. That's, of course, perfectly fine. I will be uploading another video on Friday, because thank goodness I am off. I'm off for the holidays, so that is wonderful. Until the next video, guys, stay cozy. I'll catch you guys later.